Okay, folks, my next interview, I'm really looking forward to this interview, because it happens so much in Ghana, Connection men. They say they will take you to Dubai, they'll take you to South Africa. You basically say, then they swindle you. This gentleman that's coming up next has been a victim, and he's going to share some of the stuff he went through with us so that we know what to avoid, especially you, the young ones who always want to find a way to get out of the system. Put your hands together. Let us welcome Emmanuel Asare Blankson. There you go. There. Thank you, Emmanuel. Have a seat. Okay, well, Emmanuel is here with us. We're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, Emmanuel in the house. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Don't move, don't blink, don't breathe. The KSM show will be right back.
The KSM show.
Oh, welcome to the show. Yeah, good to see you. You were with a friend of mine in South Africa, and actually he hinted me that somebody is back from South Africa and Ghana, and he has a very exciting story about how you traveled. You went to Pan African University?
Yes, please.
Okay.
I completed from Pan African University, which is now Paris University at Gomwa Pomadi off Winneba-Soweto Road. And when I completed, I did my national service at Gratis Foundation, Cape Coast. So I was willing to travel as a young guy, and I met through a friend. My dad is a king at Gomwa Adintem. So
is a king?
Yes. So through my dad, one of his kinship, he just called me that he got a friend in South Africa, which he has established his own school, and he's looking for teachers to go there and then teach. So if I'm not doing anything, I'm interested. I can
come to South Africa and teach.
South Africa. And I said, okay. Because that time I was also willing to travel, and I talked to this guy. I never knew him. He told me that it is cool there. He got the connections to get my own permit. He's going to give me an accommodation, and then the school as well. So I wouldn't find any problem at all going to South Africa. And I said, okay. So we strike the deal, and then he charged me. Am I permitted to quote the
Yeah.
20 million for giving me just a job, and then
the new Ghana cedis will be what? 2,000.
2,000 Ghana cedis. Yes, please.
Okay. So he charged you 2,000 cedis.
2,000 cedis for
and
giving
he said
me
you're
the
going to
job.
be a teacher there.
A teacher. I was fortunate enough because my sister is there, so I used to know whatever is going on, because I know permit issue is not easy over there. But this guy wouldn't give the chance to express my feelings. He was eager for me to come. That for permit, he's going to cover me with the school. And so I wouldn't have a problem. I said, okay. So we paid about 70% of the money with agreement that if I get there and then I start the work, they will
pay him the rest.
Yes. We asked whether he was going to give me a visa. He said, no, that is not part of the agreement. So I must use another means to get a visa. And I did it. The date I was supposed to go, he told me he's working for the wife to also travel. So I must wait for the wife to also get the permit, to get a visa before.
The wife was in Ghana.
Yes. And that.
How did you get your visa? Connection or that one?
Connection, yeah, that one too.
You got your visa to connection?
Connection.
Really?
And then the wife wasn't ready, so I have to wait for the wife to also get the visa. We all got our visa, and what made me believe what the man was saying is that I was going with the wife. So you wouldn't feel anything like if the guy is not a true man. Yes.
The wife was the guarantee.
The wife was the guarantee to talk issues out. So we go to Johannesburg on the 6th of May. And then from Joburg to East London, it's about 1 hour, 30 minutes when you're using a flight. So we go there. And when I saw the guy, it's like, my spirit went down, because if you're looking at the guy himself and then he has got a school outside. But what can I do? For the promises he made was very concrete, so you have to.
How did he look like?
Even the facial expression doesn't show like this guy has got money, but.
Yeah.
So when we went to the room, the room even gave me a signal that this man is not correct, man. I talked to the guy, where is the school? When am I starting? Where is my room that you charge me and then I pay part of it? And he said, for the meantime, I must be with him, together with the wife, in a single room.
Hey.
And then about 2 weeks' time, he's going to get me some permit that I'll be using to roam in town. And then when time goes on, when I start a job, it's going to get me
And
the
where did you say the
working
school
permit.
was?
The same place, East London. But from the house to the school is about, let's say, 10 minutes drive to the school. So I asked again, are you really having a school? He said, yes. What is the name of the school? He said, it's a Jamrock College. And I said, okay.
Jamrock College?
Jamrock, yeah. It's someone's school. But it's like he was a partner. And through the agreement, according to the guy, they were paying the rent of the school to him. And because he was not faithful, they sacked him from the school. So I was always forcing him to take me to the school, just for me to...
But what were you going to teach? Did he tell you?
Yes, he said I was going to teach maths and science.
Okay.
Because that is a subject
That you...
they are looking for. And I said, okay. But I did banking and finance, so with the maths, I wouldn't have an issue. And even science, I taught for some couple of times, so I wouldn't have an issue with that. So we went to the school on Monday. We got to East London on, I think, on Friday. And then we went to the school on Monday. And looking at the actions, when I got there, even what to eat was a problem. And the guy hasn't got the money. So how is he going to provide food for you to eat? We went to the school, and then through the principal, he was able to disclose every information about the guy, that he's like a connection man, duping people that will take you to East London. You might be thinking it is UK, because talking of London itself tells you that you are going to UK. And then you will find yourself in South Africa. When you come, and then he ran away from the town. So to take a time for you to just see where he has gone to, and then...
So he had done that to many people?
I think so. I think so, from what the guy is saying. And this man, I went through a lot, because when you are working through South Africa and you've got no permit, you are not safe. Immigration can just come to you. I don't know whether they have some psychological means of detecting whether you are foreigner or not. When you are just working, they will call you, hey, and then they ask you in their language.
Yeah.
If you are not able to answer, then it means you are a foreigner. They can't set you as if you are a criminal, remove your trowel just to see whether you have something on you. And who tells you if you are not having a permit itself? That one, they just take you.
So what
out.
do you end up doing? There was, obviously there was no teaching job.
Yes.
So what did you do?
So through my sister, I had a chance to Northern Cape, which is Kimberley. And my sister is working at one of the salons, although she hasn't gotten her own. So through a friend, I have to force myself to learn how to pleat, what do you call it, relax woman hair, and then how to
braid hair?
Yes.
So you're braiding hair? No. You learn how to braid hair?
Yes. I have to do it, and then how to relax, how to wash, and then how to cut.
Wow.
So within some few months, I had it. But it's like my spirit was not into that field.
Yeah.
And I had an opportunity to meet one of, if it was here, we are going to say the woman is an ex-mayor over here. But they call it a provincial manager in one of the Kimberley. This woman also came to me, and then she gave a lot of promises. But it's like they don't regard we the foreigners. So it's like if we are working with them, and especially if we are coming from West Africa, all what they know is you are Nigerian. And they classify them as crooks. So far as you are coming from West Africa, it means you are Nigerian. So this woman worked with me 3 months. She was having one microfinance for which they were giving women grants and loans to back up their businesses. This woman worked with me for 3 months, no pay, nothing. Always driving the woman from about, let's say, 40 kilometers from the house. I'll go and take the car, drive her to the work. I know a little bit about IT. So I was able to establish some free website templates for them. I created a Facebook account for them. So it's like board of the trustees accepted me for her to even give me a guarantee to stay. But because I'm a foreigner, I'm not having a permit, they didn't give me that chance.
So what happened, and you finally decided you have to come back to Ghana?
What happened was that I was, through means of getting the permit is on two folds. It's either you get married to one of the South African women, or you get an admission to further your education, and through the admission, you're going to be given 2 years work, 2 years schooling, study permit for you to school. So I was looking at these two foods. But to get married in South Africa, the amount involved, then I can even use that money to come home and then establish myself. That is one aspect. And then the second part, to get admission, it's like, why didn't you apply the study permit in your country? And then you were using that means to go and apply there. That is also another criminal part of it. But because I wasn't having anything, I must force myself to get a refugee permit as a refugee at South Africa. And the process you're going to pass through before you get even common refugee permit, which is 3 months. Wow. It is subject to renewal. And within 3 months, human beings are treated like goats. Because they will just line up all of you, and then someone will use some means to destroy the line, and they will use skins for you to form the line again.
The women to apply for refugee?
Yes, refugee permit. The women are safe. For women, always they are leading, so they will just lead all the women to the room to just renew for them. But for the guys, if I'm not lucky, you're going to pay to one connection guy at the place, Home Affairs, and that person will take the money. Wait for me here, I'm coming. By the time you realize the person is gone. So it wasn't easy. So the permit even alone.
How long did you stay there?
Just a year.
Just a year?
Just only 1 year, yeah.
Wow. So when you finally decided to come to Ghana, what finally prompted you to come back?
Okay, what prompted me was, I went to renew my permit last year, November. And through that, it wasn't easy, as I said. So when I entered the room by paying all kind of bribes and other stuff, when I got there, they told me my paper is blocked. And
blocked?
They can't renew my permit for me. So what is the way out? They said I must go for a lawyer, for the lawyer to defend me, and then I'll reapply again as an appeal. I'm going for an appeal. And through the appeal, so I contacted one lawyer immediately. The amount he was taking me, and I said, wow, this amount, if I'm having it, I wouldn't even be accepting that permit as well.
Wow.
So later on, I was trying to get it, but it wasn't really easy.
Yeah.
And then I talked to my dad, and looking at the crime rate, the place is not safe. Actually, the place is not, because where we were, but exactly 7 p.m., they will close shops at exactly 6. By 7, you cannot be roaming in towns like Ghana, whereby you are free to move anywhere. If you are not careful, somebody can even choke you with a knife, and then you die. So the crime rate is a little bit high. And then there is no work, too, for foreigners, a guaranteed work. It's either you be a teacher or you work at a salon. These are the 2 jobs. So if you are going there and you know what you're going to do, I think you will not be. But this man, and he's really suffering over this. So I won't even care him at all.
He's also suffering.
Really suffering.
So your airfare and everything, you paid yourself?
Yes, I
paid
did
your
everything.
airfare and everything?
I did everything. When I was going, I didn't know the procedure to use. So a lot of people took advantage and then charge a lot of amount.
So what advice would you give to the plenty youth who also want to escape and have had promises of going to London to teach? Yeah. What advice do you have for them?
My little advice to all my colleagues outside there willing to travel is that they should be sure of themselves. They should know the person they are going to stay with. Because they can give you a lot of promises, as I'm saying. And then some promises, you believe it, because they talk like angels. They have so many means of just manipulating you to get your money. So my advice is that if you are willing to travel, just know where you are going. And then the kind of things you're going to do there before you go. For South Africa, if you're a guy and you are going, if you are not a teacher, then you should be thinking of going to work at a salon.
Oh, really?
If you know how to work at a salon, then you should be proud of yourself, because you're going to get a work immediately you get there.
So now you have salon experience, eh?
Very, very, very well.
You can breathe there?
Very well.
So what have you been doing since you got back?
My dad wanted me to establish my own business as well. So I started with this Cora Draw designing work. So I'm almost through. It's only 1 month. So I'm praying by next month ending, I'll find myself something doing.
Show some love, man. No, I just wanted to talk to us, you know. So many Ghanaians fall into this trap, you know, in our eagerness to get out of the country. And I just wanted him to talk to us because he's been through it, so that we know what we are doing before we are sure that that's the right thing to do. So, Emmanuel, welcome back to Ghana.
Thank you.
And thanks for sharing the story. And all the best. Yeah?
Thank you.
All right. Put your hands together one more time and stick around. We'll be right back.
If you're having as much fun as I am, stay tuned. If you're not, you need deliverance. We'll be right back.